Hi there. How are y'all? It is your girl JoJo. Yes, it is me. I am back in a new city with new love, as the caption says. This is Ready to Love, Season 10, Episode 1 review. I hope you guys are doing good today. I am doing well. If you saw my community post, then you are aware or somewhat aware of why I haven't been here in quite some time. If you didn't see it, I will catch you up really quick. For those of you who just want to get straight to the review, just fast forward 3 or 4 minutes. But for those of you who care, I will update you very quickly on what's been going on. Okay, first of all, I just want to say, I have missed you all immensely. Do not think that when I am gone from here that I don't think about y'all, that I don't consider y'all. I really did feel bad for not being around, for not reviewing anything. I had even had notes for that Later Dater show. I was going to review it. Y'all, life truly. But I want y'all to know it's no reflection on how I feel about y'all. While I wish my channel was something I could always keep in the forefront, when stuff is going on, a lot of times this takes a back seat. And it's no reflection on y'all. It's just one of those things that just has to happen. So if you read my post, then you know in September I was in my aunt's wedding, got a phone call that my best friend's mom was sick, flew back to South Carolina. We found out it was a lot more serious. Her mom's condition was a lot more serious than we previously thought. And my friend who was supposed to be getting married October of this year, we actually came together, her friends, some of her family, and we were able to put a wedding together in a matter of really less than 2 weeks. It was a beautiful ceremony. Every moment of stress was absolutely worth it. When I saw her mom's face, it was beautiful. It was truly beautiful. Of course, her mom has passed. She passed about a month later, and she will forever be missed. But it was inspiring seeing the amount of people who showed up and who really just formed community around them. I am in awe of my best friend. She has been so strong and resilient, and her faith. And I mean, it's all just been amazing to witness, and it has made me love her even more. But before I get mushy, you guys can go over, follow her on YouTube. As you send a prayer up, go ahead and click the subscribe button. It's Kiwi_J Fitness. She's getting her channel started with her fitness page. She's been doing fitness for a while. She's got some quick, short workouts. And yeah, y'all go over there and support her. Y'all know how the YouTube grind is. It takes forever to get those subscribers up, child. So yeah, between that and military stuff, I've been back and forth with that. Child, don't get me started on the travel that's been involved with that. But I'm grateful to have a job in this economy. Then, the holidays, I planned my Deltaversary in November. So that came up. And then right after that, I planned a surprise party for another one of my friends, and that was nice. And then, Christmas came, and I had planned a trip for my family. So it was like back to back to back to back planning, back to back to back participation, for so many things involving my family, involving my friends, and those things just had to come first. But here we are. It's a brand new year. I hope you guys had a wonderful new year. And it's already February. Can you believe it? But I have had a moment of peace these last 2 weeks, and it has been wonderful. I just thank God. I just thank God, and I hope it continues. With that being said, let's get into the foolery of Ready to Love. All right, let's go ahead and get our first Ready to Love wedding out of the way. It only took 10 seasons, y'all, but we are here. Somebody has gotten married. Cornelius and Camille, if y'all can remember Cornelius and Camille, y'all know that was a crazy ride with one main crazy, but we ain't gonna go there. I'm glad Camille finally got her man. Happy that we finally have a couple. This is the first couple married, right? I think we definitely have people who've still been together, even engaged, but I don't think we've had any marriages. It took 10 seasons, child, but we finally here. So congratulations to them. Not gonna waste too much time talking about the wedding, because we got to get into all these people that I have to introduce. All right, y'all give me some grace here, because y'all know how I am on the first episode of Ready to Love. It's a whole bunch of people. I'm typing, furiously trying to get everything down. And it's a bunch of people and a bunch of information. I hope I got it all. So this is Angie. Angie is 40 years old. She's a bartender. Now, Angie has been engaged before. However, sadly, her fiance passed away. He passed away in his sleep. I believe he had a heart attack young, right? And yeah, she's tired of being in the bed alone. She's ready for love. I don't believe she has any children. I didn't hear her mention any, but she is one of 11 kids. So yeah, somebody been having some children. Her parents for sure. But she is ready for love, ready to mix and mingle, ready to have somebody in her life. Next up, we have Eddie. And Eddie, yes. Yes, you take that take the yes to mean whatever you want it to mean, but I'm gonna just say yes. Eddie is 31. He is a contractor. I think he has his own business, and he has a 9-year-old son. He say he ready to love. I ain't trying to judge a book by the cover, but Eddie, I heard somewhere in the show that he was giving out some foot massages. So whenever they giving out foot massages, I'm already ready to give him the side eye. But he say he ready. Next up, we have I'm sorry. Next up, we have Sahara. Now, listen, I ain't trying to judge too quickly, but I do believe that Sahara is here to give us a show. I feel like I can already see it, but she has a big personality. She is 35 years old. She's a home healthcare agent, and we want to make it known that it's Sahara like the desert, but it ain't dry. Anyway, Sahara says she's been single for about a year, which I really don't think is a long time. But I guess, when you're ready, you're ready. And I guess Sahara is ready for more things than one. Now, I'm not going to say, yes, I am. Jay is 34, and you're not going to tell me that Jay got his hair done. His hair is not. I was looking at the back of it and the front before I made this call. His hair it's not done. It can't be done. At first I thought he was starting locks, but that's not. It's braided down to the scalp, but it looks undone. Okay. I don't got a problem with him having braids. I don't have a problem with the braids, but they need to be neat and they need to be done. You're coming on a show. It's called Ready to Love. You are presenting yourself on the television. Y'all know if we came up here and our hair wasn't done, they would real bust. So Jay, I'm going to need you to get with your girl, your braider, and I'm going to need you to get that hooked up. But anyway, let me get back. Jay is 34. He is a cyber security specialist. He was in a relationship for 11 years. We're going to talk about that at some point, I'm sure. He was in a relationship with his child's mother. He has 2 children. The mother lives in Virginia, and it seems as if he has full custody of the children. He said he enjoys being a single dad. And the people who are the most excited about him dating again are his kids, specifically his daughter. So they're happy he's getting back out there again. We're going to see what Jay got to offer. Okay, next we have Deanna. It's Deanna, right? In my notes, it looks like Deanna. She is 35 years old. She is a firefighter. Cute girl. I think I'm going to like her. Okay, I think I'm already a little biased. I feel like I'm going to like her. I like her already. I liked her energy. I liked her vibe. Came in a little nervous. Reached for the champagne immediately. But she has been like the most chill as I've been watching the episode. She's been the most chill. But she's also ready to get in there and find her person. I like her personality so far. And I think that she might end up being a fan favorite. Usually I'm able to call it. I think the people going to end up liking her. Next up, we have Wayne. Wayne is 36. He's a project manager, as you can see on the screen. That's the only one I was able to catch, y'all. They was moving fast on that screen. Wayne tell us out the gate he a mama's boy. He said, but he didn't say it in a bratty way. He said he's a mama's boy, and a lot of the relationships that he has or any accomplishments that he has, he does bring to his mother. They are very close. He does not have any children, but he does want children. He says 1 to 3 children because he wants to be a dad. It looked like fun. I said, all right, Wayne, it looked like fun. Next up, we got True. You knew I had to do it. Okay. True is 35 years old. And True is one of those. Now, True is one of those. She's a brand consultant, brand management brand something. And when I say one of those, I don't mean it in a bad way, but she one of those. I've had the therapy, I've done the work, and I'm not knocking it, because I am a huge fan and a huge supporter of doing your own work before you find yourself in the midst of a relationship you ain't got no business being in. Listen, I got you, True, but she just gives that, like, I've done the work, I've done the things, and I am ready to love. Will Packer picked her out personally. Next up, we have, I think she's saying Kira. She's 33 years old, but it sounds like Kiara. It looks like Kiara on screen, but I think it's Kira. She has two children, 14 and 17, I believe. Very cute girl, very beautiful girl. I'm sure a lot of the guys are going to end up liking her. Stacked like a washer and dryer. I mean, stacked up. So I'm sure she's going to catch a lot of people's eye. She said that she is very much used to the princess treatment. Open up my door. Let me know you like me. So that's the kind of energy she wants somebody to bring to her. Next up, we have Naeem. He is 42 and he is a gym owner. He was actually one of the first people to arrive and start introducing himself. Naeem, can I say it? Trouble. He's going to be trouble. My spidey senses was tingling. As soon as he came up on the screen, I said, I know they say don't judge a book by the cover, but And lastly, I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. Will, he is a biotech recruiter. Will has been married and divorced 2 times. It seemed as if, in his defense, he got married around times in his life where his life was in some type of turmoil or he was experiencing grief. And perhaps he should not have done that. That might have been a mistake on his part, which he admits. But yeah, he ready to get back out there. I say he don't mind. He don't mind stepping into another situation. All right. So you guys know, after the wedding and after everybody introduces themselves, you have to branch off and have your own private conversations. I'm not going to go in any particular order on this. I'm just going to talk about it as I see it. So Naeem and True sit down to have a conversation. Naeem is attracted to her, says that she is a baddie. He can tell by her eyebrows. I don't know what a baddie eyebrow is, but he can tell by her eyebrows. They chop it up and get to know each other. He asks True why she's single, and True immediately is just like, because there's no quality men out there. They talk about therapy and the importance of therapy. And right away, Naeem lets her know that he's gone through a lot. He was out there looking for love in a lot of the wrong places. And it might have something to do with the fact that he was adopted and he experienced some difficult things. Now, granted, I don't think there's anything wrong with transparency. I don't think there's anything wrong with opening up. However, whenever a man begins to tell me his trauma very early, I'm always a little leery. Like, are you trying to pull me in immediately? Are you trying to tug at my heartstrings? Could have been innocent, but I always just kind of make a like ding, 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 little note in my head as we go on. But True appreciated his vulnerability. Now, Wayne sits down with Angie. I don't know what Angie is on. Because she's talking about, or how she's in the past been linked up with certain types of men who have certain types of endowments. And then she see Wayne and she talking about his foot size. Angie, calm it down, baby. I need you to calm it down. But her and Wayne, they go and they have a conversation. They're asking about, well, actually, he asked, does she have a type? They also talk about children. Wayne is the one who said he wants 1 to 3 kids because he's ready to be a father. He believes that it would be fun. Angie lets him know that she is clearly interested in him. Wayne does ask for her number, which she is very glad about. So these two hit it off in a major way. They're already asking for numbers, which is really nice. But Angie, you better calm that coochie down. Don't be coming up in here with all that. Don't start. Then we get Naeem talking to Kira. Now, starts off well, nice little conversation and what have you. She asks about kids because she got 2, and we find out Naeem got 5 kids, y'all. 1, 2, 3, 5. All right, now it's been other men on this show that's got 4, 5 kids as well. He not the first, but I'm telling you, I wasn't expecting that. Now, I was expecting some things, but I wasn't expecting 5 children to come out of his mouth. And he was like, he knew when he was saying it that she was going to be taken aback. He was like, I got 5. Right. So after he said he got 5 kids, he has 3 baby mamas, and Kira's like, "Ooh, is it any drama? Because I'm not trying to get in no drama." He's like, "Drama? We old. We too old." She said, "I ain't old." He said, "We old now. We ain't got no drama," which suggests that maybe at one point there was some drama. And I'm not one to think that it might not still be some. How old is that youngest one? Is what I want to know, Naeem. And he said he obviously wouldn't be able to be here if it was any drama with any of the other baby mamas. But I'm telling you, I don't even know how you got time. You need to go home. You need to go home. Now I'm just putting it out there. 5 children. You need to be every time you breathe, you need to be getting a check, because 5 children are going to require so much in this economy. Get out, Naeem. Go to work, go to the gym, make that money, and do not let it make you. Don't even be worried about dating right now until that youngest is 18. I'm kidding, y'all. Until the youngest is 10. Well, I'm going to tell you what, it ain't looking good so far. So True and Jay have a conversation. Now, we're going to go ahead and nip it in. I'm going to tell y'all right now, they ain't going to work. They don't like each other. True is very rapid fire. There's always one woman on every season that interviews, and she's the one. I'm not going to say it's wrong, because I do think that you have to ask questions. However, you need to be able to have a conversation. A conversation involves you asking a question and letting the other person answer. Whether you like Jay or not, whether you feel like he's full of it or not, let him go ahead and answer the question. Because a lot of times if you stay quiet enough, the person will tell you everything that you need to know about them, everything that you want to know, and everything that you need to do to stay away from them. They will let you know if you just be quiet and let them talk. True, I will say she was cutting him off, and that was rude. So Jay is talking. Jay don't know what to say. Now, I noticed that when he was talking to Kira as well, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. He almost tries to come off as like real smooth, real laid back. But sometimes it just seems like he's just talking. Does that make sense? Like he just don't know what to talk about. So he's talking to True, telling her she looked good and, trying to get to know more about her. And he talks about how he was in a relationship for 11 years. And True was like, "Oh, you were 11 years. So that tells me you have a problem with commitment." I said, "True. Now, Queen, I know you done did the work." But again, let's not rush to judgment, although I'm thinking it. We all thinking it. And he was just like, "What you mean? We were 19 years old when we met each other. 19 plus 11, carry the 1. You had time. You had time to put rings somewhere in them 11 years. But anyways, he talking about how he's with his child's mom for 19 years. He says that he has been single. He's been out there doing his thing. Now, he did say he was out there being a player. That's what he said. Now, True takes that to mean he was being a hoe. So now they having a little back and forth. He was like, "Wait a minute, you ain't even let me finish. I'm not no hoe." And she was like, "Well, that's what you said. He said, I said player, and you assumed hoe." Now, when y'all think of the word player, what do you think? Do you think sex is involved? I probably would think sex was involved as well. Like you was having your fun. That's what I would think. You was having your fun. Now, I wouldn't have called the man a hoe. I would have called him a hoochie. I wouldn't have called him a hoe. That's just too far. But I would have been like, "Oh, you was out there, hooching it up, being a little hoochie." I've explained to you guys what I mean when I call men hoochies, right? When I call men hoochies, it's basically like if you were a woman, you would probably carry yourself, in a very hoochie mama-ish way, but you a man. But you have the hoochie lives on the inside of you. You giving very much Trina back in the trick daddy, you don't know Nan days, that kind of hoochie. That's who you are on the inside. But they have a little back and forth. Clearly these two are not going to work. I already knew at the end of that conversation they need to stay away from each other. But Jay, expect women to question the fact that you were with a woman for 11 years. You did not propose to her. You did not marry her. They probably are going to have a few questions about that. So just be on the ready. And True, baby, this ain't no job interview. Next conversation is between Deanna. I might be saying her name wrong, y'all. And Eddie. This is a conversation I actually enjoyed. And I would like to point out that I also bought this outfit from Shein, and it looked like a potato sack on me. It looks great on her. It didn't do what it needed to do for me, but it looks great on her. But they're talking about their life and even their jobs. He has a son. What I mentioned earlier is 9 years old. When he asks her, what does she do for work? She says, I'm a stripper. Now, y'all, I wish I would have caught it on camera, but his eyes kind of lit up a little bit, like it was like curiosity and surprise at the same time. I think he really was feeling the idea of her being a stripper, but he was just like, oh, really? And she said, no, I'm a firefighter, which he was like, whoa. He said, we kind of got like a lot of the same mindset, very strong willed. He's a contractor. She's a firefighter. So, both kind of jobs where you really got to go at it. You really got to do the work. You really got to be hustling. Physical labor type of job. So very similar in that way. And he's just like, I don't know, I'm scared of you a little bit. You might be too much for me. But they had a nice, cool, genuine conversation. He said that he liked her. She was cute. And yeah, this is probably one of the more chill conversations of the episode. Okay, I didn't get a still shot of everybody, but I put this up here because I want y'all to know, look at Will in the blue shirt. There's no still shot that I have taken of Will where he was not laughing. Will laughs a lot, just like I do. I couldn't tell if it was nervous laughter or if he was just goofy. So him and Sahara, they have a side conversation. And even though Sahara is funny, she was trying to get to know him and get to know more about him. She about goofy herself. So they both, two goof troops. But he's talking about his marriages and how he probably shouldn't have done it. It probably wasn't a good idea. Talking about how he does want children. Well, not that he does want children. I'm sorry. Let me take that back. He is okay if a woman that he's with does not want to have children. So sounds like one of those, if you want to have them, cool, but I'm okay if you don't want to have them. Sahara is just like, what kind of answer is that? Like, if you want kids, you're supposed to say you want children. No matter what the other person wants. So he says to her, oh, so you would be okay having a child without a father being around, just having one by yourself. She said, no, I didn't say that. But I got what both of them was trying to say. Like, he's saying it really doesn't matter to me. If you want to have a child, I'm okay with it. If you don't want to have a child, I'm also okay with it. I'm okay with either one. And she's saying, I want children, period. Whether or not somebody else say that they okay with it, I want children, period. So, child, and I don't know, but both of them is a handful. But Will, in that laughing that he be like, I don't know, y'all. I'm not sure what to call it with Will. Jay and Kira also end up talking to each other. Again, Jay, he just be talking. Like, I can't describe what I mean. He just be, you know what I'm saying? He was talking to her about, again, the relationship that he was in. He also has 2 children, just like her. And he was talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to leave that situation. I had to go get that money, I had to go get my money or whatever. And then he tell her about his cybersecurity. He looks at her and says that a lot of men probably intimidated by you because, like, let's say we was in the club. What a scenario. Let's say we was in the club. You probably got to do a lot to impress you. Like, what does that mean, Jay? Are you sending bottles? Like, what? The hypothetical is the club. I'm already irritated by all of this. And Kira, I want to think that you are going, look, I'm already getting worked up. Y'all go ahead and tell me. You got to tell me every season. This is just a show. Relax your nerves. But sometimes you can just see the writing on the wall with some people, and you can tell they about to fall into some foolishness, and they really don't have to, but you can see it. Like, I could just see it. I could see who gonna do it already. Let me move on before my pressure get up. I feel like I'm forgetting another meetup or conversation that happened. I'm trying to think here. No. Then the group gets together, as you see here, with Will again, just talking about his marriages and laughing. And nephew Tyler Perry lets us know that somebody's going to be going home at the end of this. So I'm mad, y'all. I'm sitting there. I'm on the couch pointing at the TV talking about, we told you we don't like that. It's not fair that they got to go home on the first episode. But guess what, y'all? Nephew Tyler Perry, you got a curveball for us. So after gathering everybody together and having us thinking that somebody was going to go home between Naeem, Will, Sahara, and True. We find out nobody is actually going home because there are still 10 more people to meet. Oh my gosh, what a surprise. But I was just glad that nobody got sent home, because I know we were all over Twitter and everything else telling them that it was not fair that y'all send people home, A, before they get to meet the rest of the cast, and B, on the first night, even though probably next episode, somebody's definitely getting sent home. I thought it should have been Naeem this episode if it was going to be anybody, because I guess that sound bad, huh? He got 5 kids and 3 baby mamas, y'all. Like, why? Don't even. But I knew they were going to keep Naeem because he's attractive and he's probably going to get some, get a little hype going on the show. Whatever. And then they were going to send Sahara home, but it turns out nobody's going to have to go home. And Sahara rightfully looks behind her and says, I ain't fooling with none of them. I'm ready for the next 5, because y'all was going to try to send me home. I ain't mad at you, sis. But what did y'all think about this episode? What do y'all think about the rest of the season? Did you see the trailer? Looks like it's going to be pretty juicy. Looks like it's going to be pretty good. I want to thank you guys again for being over here, for coming back, from watching my watching my reviews again. I can't say I'll never take another sabbatical, because I don't know what life is going to throw at me, but I'm hoping to have a few months of peace. We're going to get back to the shows that we love and the things that we like to do. Family or Fiance, I think, is coming out with a new season. I think I'm going to check that out and probably review it. I will be trying to get back on camera, because I know most of y'all prefer for me to do videos on camera. This is just easier, more convenient. I can look like Wesley Snipes at the house and just get mine off versus having to get done up and get on camera. And I do got to get done up, y'all. Okay. I ain't no, I just ain't no fine girl. All right. I'm just very regular. So I got to get it together and then jump on. But I'll see what I can do in the next couple of episodes. Until then, y'all stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all for the next one. Bye.